It is quite evident that Zimbabwe is not led by a man who is mentally upright upstairs here. It shows that the man is losing his mind. Now, we know already in Zimbabwe that Mnangagwa has captured the judiciary, but to do it publicly, I think this is an embarrassment to the core. Remember, yesterday I covered a story whereby the judges are not pleased following the Chief Justice of Zimbabwe ordering the judges to attend the Herbert Chitepo School of Ideology. Already the dates have been set. Not only that, but also to be further oriented by the boss of the Zimbabwe Central Intelligence Organization, as well as further oriented by the chief secretary in the office of Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, that is Martin Rushwaya. Now, this done publicly, of course, I repeat, they are not starting the capture of the judiciary. It has always been captured before. That is why you will see the treatment of the Robert Gabriel Mugabe son vis-a-vis the treatment of opposition political party leaders in Zimbabwe, or those who are actually defiant to Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, or those who oppose the corruption of Mnangagwa, is totally different. So the lawyers of Zimbabwe have decided to say, no, enough is enough. This time around, we will stop going to the courts. We are going to protest against this decision. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So I'm really asking myself this innocent question: where is Mnangagwa taking the country to? And I know the simple question, the simple answer to that, he is taking the country nowhere. He wants to collapse Zimbabwe at the moment. Just imagine the Zimbabwe judiciary system. You know, a judiciary system is an important arm of the state. Now, a judicial system exists to actually make sure that the constitution of the land is adhered to by both the powerful as well as also the less powerful, and ensure that the rights of the weak are protected. But now the question is, who is going to protect the rights of the people of Zimbabwe? Who is going to protect the Zimbabweans from corruption, corrupt, powerful political leaders, when the judicial system has been captured, as it is the case in Zimbabwe? Just imagine the whole justices going to the Herbert Chitepo School of Ideologies to be taught political ideologies of ZANU-PF. Whose interest is this? That is the number one question. How does that help a judge? A judge is a qualified someone who went to school, someone who can interpret the question. So I strongly believe, but I have seen some of the magistrates during interviews highly struggling, especially when asked about the laws of Zimbabwe, on whether they are able to properly interpret the question. But under normal circumstances, judges as well as justices, these are individuals who are trained professionals, and they are actually sworn in, and they make a declaration that they will abide by the Constitution of the Republic in executing their duties. Now, tell me something. What is the role then of the Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa regime actually indoctrinating the judges? This is, a very, very serious matter. I know a lot of people do not stand to such matters, but this is a very, very serious matter. Now, we are going to have judges that are going to promote the ZANU-PF ideology the judiciary system of Zimbabwe. Caption this: if you come with a new political ideology and ZANU-PF opposes it, and unconstitutionally so, you decide to go for a review at any judiciary, official in Zimbabwe, having been actually indoctrinated under the Herbert Chitepo school of ideology. Do you think these individuals are going to actually act in the best interest of justice and make sure that they safeguard and protect the constitution of the land? There is absolutely no way. And look at this. They are going to the boss of the Central Intelligence Organization. You know, in normal countries, a chief justice cannot even have a meeting with the head of the state, the president. It's an independent institution operating independently, not under the influence of the president. The president can only saw in the chief justice or act in terms of removing the chief justice in a normal country, but that process is done rationally. You cannot just wake up in the morning and decide to remove any justice or justices in Zimbabwe. He acts on recommendations of the judicial system. There is definitely a judicial leadership that is put in place to assess the judges, the justices of the courts. But caption this: now, if the whole judge is going to sit under a fellow who only knows how to kill members of the opposition, I'm referring to a CIO boss, who only knows how to spy, who only knows how to do dirty tricks for politicians in Zimbabwe, now sit under that fellow to be indoctrinated by that fellow. You see how embarrassing and disgusting the Zimbabwean situation is. Definitely, it's good that the lawyers are acting, but we know what ZANU-PF does, especially when you protest. They are just going to protest, but they are going to continue implementing their program of indoctrination. This does not require, I think, soft democracy. This does not now require elections. This requires a decisive action to stop this mentally challenged president from continuing to do these embarrassing acts that are undermining the sovereignty of the nation. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, guess what, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Let me love and